Alright, so I got another video, right? I was seeing this floating around, Miss Janice Brown. So I had to do my homework about her and what was going on with everything. As you can see, she retired out of being a United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, which is a very important role. She was appointed by George Bush, and she also served as an associate justice of the California Supreme Court, right? Now, why am I talking about her right now? Pay attention to these dates, right? June 10th of 2006, right? She left this office, right? She left being a Supreme Court justice in 2006. And she was put in office in 2006, same day, right? Well, let me explain what was going on at that time and what happened, right? Some of you may know from what was floating around, but I actually looked into a lot of this and actually looked and saw what happened. So here we go. This part. The Senate filibustered her for 2 years before she got in office, right? Now, they say she has some controversial stance and controversial views on things. Two of those things that stood out to me the most was that she wanted to limit access to AB. Not only did she want to access limit to AB, but she also wanted to hold corporations accountable. She wanted to find ways to start to hold these corporations and big giants accountable, which I find very funny because they say that's not something that the Republicans ever have on their agenda, but this lady certainly did. That was one of her things that she was proud to run on with her platform. So, with that being said, let's get into the people and what was going on around that time to filibuster. 2005, Senate Democrat ruled out majority candidates for a Supreme Court appointment, with Joe Biden and Chuck Schumer explicitly threatened to block a nomination of Judge Janice Rogers Brown. This was just back in 2005. This is crazy. But yes, these two people actually spearheaded the 2 year filibuster against this nomination. Okay. Also, I want to show you what Chuck Schumer was saying. Schumer went out of his way to describe potential Supreme Court nominees who would be unacceptable to him: Judge Janice Rogers Brown, Judge Priscilla Owens, and Miguel Estrada, which is funny to me because these are all people today that they would have no problem with putting into office. But like I said, their stance on certain things did not line up with the way that they wanted to start to shape up the party. So 2005, 2006, 2007, and y'all know what happened in 2008 and which way the Democrats started going in 2008 and beyond. So with them trying to get rid of AB right, well, not get rid of AB rights, but actually restrict access to ABs, and also wanting to hold corporations accountable, and bring them up in court and stuff like that. I don't think that fits the Democratic narrative for real, because then they wouldn't be getting their bonuses and they donation money. So there you have it, people. Hopefully you stick to watch the video. If you have, make sure you tap that screen, make sure you repost it, get it out there, people, because I deep dive into these things I see on the internet. Peace.